Hey guys, I hope you're having an awesome day. Today we have daryna. She is working as a real estate agent, and today she has the 1 hour of fame that she could get on my podcast. So, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, how are you? My name is daryna Arzamazova. I'm a luxury real estate broker with over 6 years of experience in the industry. Originally, I'm from Kyiv. I was born and raised there. And when I turned 20, I started my real estate career.
So, you started first in Dubai or first in Kiev?
It was a long time ago. I started it actually in Europe, in France, Paris. I started there, so I know how the market works outside of UAE and how market works as well in Ukraine and in Russia is completely different though. The reason I moved to Dubai because it's booming. It's actually the market where you truly can make money. And that's something that attracted me because all my life, all time, that I worked in the real estate industry, I was working with the investors. So they were looking for the solid market where they can expect huge capital gain.
What made you choose to be a broker?
To be honest, it's a good question. I've never thought of it before. To me, real estate has started with just an interest towards the properties because I had some friends who were working in Europe, and I got interested in real estate because I found it like a beautiful thing to do, to find homes for the families and to make them happy in finding what they want to. But then it just turned to something more professional. And if we talk about Dubai specifically, as I can see, and not only me, a lot of people outside of UAE, citizens and foreigners are facing with the obstacles such as obtaining a visa, opening the bank accounts, opening companies. They also have to declare the source of funds, and the government is tracking where the money come from. Some of them cannot even withdraw money from the bank, so they have a limits in this. So to me, it just sounds like an opportunity to provide for the investors the method to simplify their lives. And in Dubai, you can do it simply with obtaining a variety of properties or running a portfolio as a holiday homes. So to me, it's an opportunity that I can provide to other people.
So, what company do you work for and what services does the company provide?
I work with the Provident Real Estate Company. We are a leading real estate agency in the region. We have all the services related to real estate that we provide for our clients, such as off-plan investment, off-plan resale, obtaining a variety of ready properties such as apartments, villas, mansions, hotels, full buildings, plots. So we have all the type of real estate. As well, we do rental management, so we run the portfolio for our investors as a holiday homes. And we provide the mortgage services. We help people to invest with the crypto into real estate and, of course, obtaining a visa too.
So, how can an international investor get the visa from the UAE?
Actually, there is the most well-known ways to do it. Either through the investment in a property. So the visa can be given either for 2 years or for 10 years, but it's possible to prolong, to extend it. Or by opening the company in UAE. Usually opening the company takes from 2 to 3 weeks.
And how long, depending on the property, does he buy? So how can someone get, for example, a 10-year residency here in Dubai?
Okay, so it's actually quite easy. Basically, it has to be ready property because the visa can be given only if you purchase the ready one. And the value of the property has to be not less than 2 million dirhams. In this case, the person gets 10 years golden visa. We call it as a golden visa. And all the family members as well.
So all the family members get 10 years?
Exactly. So for example, you have 2 kids, you have a wife, you have parents, all of you get 10 years visa.
So is there something above 10 years or 10 years is the maximum?
It's extendable. As long as you own the property in UAE, you can just prolong it.
But is there 20 years, 30 years, 40 years? Or?
No, there is just 10 years visa, yeah. But you can have a visa for all your life as long as you own the property in UAE or you have a bank account related to the company, etc., etc.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
What areas do you advise to invest and why?
Okay, there is 2 different type of investment that I would talk about. First of all, it's long-term investment or short-term investment. If we talk about a long-term, I would I would just define the areas such as the Palm Jebel Ali, the new destination, or Creek Harbor, or Dubai Islands, or Ras Al Khaimah. That's somewhere where you just put in a volume, let's say, of like $2, $3, $4, $5 million. And after that, 7, 10 years, you can get your money out with a very nice profit. Or there is a short-term investment, depending like when you want to exit an asset. For example, it can be downtown, marina, business bay, beachfront, blue waters. It's mostly like developed communities.
So do you have properties that people can buy and you help them rent it out for others?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's actually all over Dubai. All over Dubai. We have the properties in downtown, in Business Bay, in Marina. A lot of people are purchasing now waterfront communities, such as the beachfront or Palm Jumeirah, because it's easy to rent out. Usually when people are coming to Dubai, they expect to live somewhere next to the sea. The ones who are coming for business or for shopping, they stay not usually in Marina, but in downtown. So it's easy to rent out the property, which is either next to Burj Khalifa or next to the sea. So it's logical.
So any stories you would like to share from your real estate experience?
I think the most common story now is that how we help people to avoid a taxation, which is pretty much easy in Dubai, because by owning a portfolio and running it as a holiday homes, you have a zero taxation against the capital gain or against the purchasing or reselling the property. So most of my clients, they come to me with this request. They said, I have this type of volume and I want to invest it into different assets. How much do I get out of it? And based on it, I create the portfolio for the client. This story happened to me every month. Every month. Each person coming to UAE expecting a capital gain, which can be very high here. So I wouldn't tell exact story because I'm not allowed to disclose them, but I will tell that this is the common reason why people are investing in this market.
So there's no property tax in Dubai, correct?
Sorry?
There's no property tax in Dubai?
There is no property tax in Dubai, but there is a fees that the purchaser has to cover on the purchase of the property, and this is 4% that goes to Dubai Land Department for him to obtain the property and to receive the title deed. In case he buys the property from the developer, sometimes developer is paying half of it. So developer pays 2% and the buyer pays 2%. And sometimes they are generous enough to cover everything on his behalf. So he doesn't pay anything.
So what's your hobby?
My hobby, first of all, it's a sport. I like to work out. I remember when I was 16 years old, my father brought me to the gym and he said, now you gotta learn how to work out. It's important for you, because I was very disciplined. It just gives me a discipline in life and of course make me feel better. I do kickboxing for 5 years. I do it regularly 2 times a week. I do work out, I do cardio, I do different type of training like a tennis sometimes. So I like to try different type of sport generally.
So what does sport mean to you?
First of all, it's a mental health. It releases stress. It helps you to be on a track. It decreases the level of laziness if you have it. I don't have it anymore because, not because I work out a lot, but it's just the mental habit to sustain something, to be stable in something that you do. To me, sport means a discipline. A discipline.
So have you ever been on a diet?
On a diet, yeah, I do sustain sort of diet. Actually, my diet just consists of a lot of vegetables, fruits, enough vitamins. I drink BCA, I drink protein. Generally, I have from 2 to 3 meals a day, no more. And I'm trying to, it's not a diet, it's my type of lifestyle. I don't like to eat too much. I like to enjoy the food. And my body just got used to like a healthy food, like a salads, lots of greens.
So what's the most important thing you've learned from real estate?
Interesting question. I would say that, so every morning on Monday, we have a conference in our company. And I remember my CEO said a very interesting phrase. He said, you should never close your mind. You have to keep your mind open. That's something that I would tell, because not only in real estate, but in any other business, you have to keep your mind open, always see the situation from different perspectives. There is no specific algorithm for all the people. Everyone is very unique, very individual, and you need to get approach to each of them.
So what advice would you give to people if they want to be a real estate agent?
If they want to be real estate agents,
Yeah.
You gotta go where the money is.
Okay.
You gotta go where the money is, yeah. You have to always keep searching, keep going, keep looking, never stop. The thing doesn't come overnight. It takes time to build something. It takes time to create yourself, create your pitch, understand what you really want. Everything takes time. So it's easy to say don't give up. I would say keep going.
So what type of books do you read to help you with real estate?
Actually, I like the books about the psychology, like 48 Laws of Power. You can become an evil by reading that, or
Evil,
you become,
yeah. I know.
or you can become an angel by a very smart one like me.
Okay. But you learn how to manipulate people, yeah?
It's not about manipulation. It's about, I would say that we all kind of manipulate each other subconsciously, right? But the manipulation is related to the way you feel the person, because you need to build a rapport. When you build a rapport, this is manipulation, because you feel the person and you understand what the person wants. So I think people just see the word manipulation from a very bad side, when actually it helps people to cooperate with each other. This is how I see the manipulation itself. Yeah, psychological books can help with it.
So how many countries have you visited until now?
I visited a lot of countries. I almost visited all Europe. Italy, France, Spain. I was in Switzerland. I was in Germany. I visited India as well. So I was in that part of the world. I like India, by the way. Very nice country.
So
In terms of the nature, but not in terms of the level of.
So what's your favorite country that you visited?
My favorite country that I visited is the country that I'm living now. It's the UAE. From all the countries I visited before, it was lots of European countries. I went to India. I was in Singapore. I went to Indonesia. And I've never been to China, though. I wanted to visit.
China?
China. I wanted to visit China. Japan I wanted to visit. But UAE is the best country I've ever thought that. I've never thought that I will be living here before.
So how many siblings do you have?
About the sibling, I have one sister.
That's
I have one sister, a sister from my stepfather, yeah, actually. And they are living now in Ukraine with my mother. She's just turned 18 years old. I think she'll be living abroad as well very soon.
So how old are you?
26,
Oh,
as I
okay.
said. I started real estate when I was 20, 6 years in the real estate market.
But to be a real estate agent, you don't need to have a certificate, right?
Where exactly?
Like there's no certification or like college for it, yeah?
There is-
Anyone can be a real estate agent, correct?
Anyone can be a real estate agent. This is correct. Depending if there is a workshops for real estate agents all over the world. There is in Moscow. There is in Dubai some workshops. I would always say that it's good to invest in yourself. If there is a workshop for real estate and you think it will be useful for you to grow professionally, why not? But there is no universities for real estate agents, like specific universities when you have a degree.
So you were born in Ukraine, raised in Kiev, right?
Yeah, I was born in Kiev. I was born in Ukraine and raised there until 18 years old. Yeah.
So in Europe, what's your favorite country other than Ukraine?
I love France. France and Italy. France is beautiful. Paris is something very dear to me, to be honest. I always remember about the city, although I visit now it quite rarely. But every time I go there, it's like very warm memories to me. It has an amazing service. It's very beautiful. People have some kind of charm there. They are very well educated, very nice to talk with. I like different cultures anyways. Maybe that's why I choose Dubai, because here is more than 200 nationalities living, so Italy is good to me in terms of also this European lifestyle. No rush, everything is very quiet. They have a very nice cuisine, Italian. And if I go to Italy, I would definitely go to Capri, because Capri is one of my favorite islands in Europe.
Have you ever been to US?
Where?
US.
US? I've never been to US. I've never been to. I thought that I will visit. Maybe I will visit, yes. Maybe it's time to.
So what's your favorite thing about Dubai?
What is my favorite thing about Dubai?
Yes.
It's the city of the opportunities. If the person arriving to Dubai with a sort of a goal, he or she will achieve it for sure. Because people here are very open in a business wise. They are very open into collaboration with each other. They have an open mind, and it's kind of easy to build your own business here. I like the people. I think society is the number one which attracts me in Dubai.
So what relationship advice would you give to people?
From my personal experiences, I'm a very social person. I like the phrase, as more hands you shake, more money you make. So you have to go out meeting new people, keep the mind open, try to surround yourself with the people that have more experience than you, and definitely it will bring you lots of benefits.
So what do you think the importance of networking and knowing good, rich people?
What is important in networking?
Yeah.
You have to know how to represent yourself, definitely. You need to know what you do, what is your advantage, what people get out of you, even if it sounds like a little bit...
Well, yeah, I was
you know what I mean, right?
I know someone who's rich. He's starting his own restaurant. So I was... he needed me since I know good, rich people and know some influential people. He wanted me to get them and do an ad for them. So I was trying to do that. And I think the moment that this is uploaded, it will be already out.
Great.
So
Great.
I helped him start his own restaurant regarding getting people to come to his restaurant and doing ads. Even though I'm not like a rich guy or anything. But I know people that are influential. So I helped him, and I think it's a very good favor that he has for me.
It's a very good favor, and you can ask for the favor from him for sure.
But I think you need to always, if you know someone, you need to see what are they going to benefit.
Oh, of course.
It's not just you and
Given.
then them.
It has to be always
mutual.
It has to be mutual. There is a like rotation. You give something and you receive something. You get out what you put in, so it has to be mutual, definitely. That's how people build a relationship with each other.
So have you ever been in relationships?
Relationship?
Yeah.
I was in a relationship. Actually long term, yeah, it was 2.5 years relationship was my last one.
So it ended?
Yeah, it's ended actually very successfully, I would say. It was a good experience. I think people get together because they are different, and they always have to give some sort of experience to each other. And when they get this experience, they work out something in themselves, they get separate. That is the story. They teach something each other all the time. So it was a story in my life. I was in a relationship for 2.5 years, and we taught each other a lot.
So you've had only one relationship?
I had two. First when I was 17, from 17 to 20, and then from 21 to 23.
So what's your favorite thing about going to the gym?
My favorite thing is the energy. I love the energy in this type of places. It has to be the gym that makes you motivated, that you are surrounded by the right people, by people who are aiming to succeed or succeed already. That's why I like, if I can mention the name, I like Bino's gym. I love it because you enter the gym and you are surrounded by a different type of people, and all of them are very focused on what they do.
So do you have a coach?
I did have, yeah, but now I'm working out alone. Sometimes I get a coach if I want to. For kickboxing, always. When I kickboxing, I never kickboxing alone.
So what do you think about tattoos, since I have tattoos also?
I think tattoos is something that reflects the personality. I would do a tattoo actually. I've never had anyone. I've never had one, to be honest. I always wanted to, but I don't know what to do. I think it's kind of reflects the personality, yeah, and I think I'm more into positive side of it.
So did you ever ask your parents about the idea of it?
Um, I think it was a long time ago, but the question wasn't. No, the answer wasn't specific. I think they were against it for sure.
I guess it.
Yeah, against it, yeah, yeah, yeah. Not my father, but my mother, yeah.
So what's your favorite thing about Ukraine?
My favorite thing about Ukraine,
Yes.
it's my hometown. I wouldn't describe it as something specific that I like there, except for mentality of people is good. People are very open, friendly. They are soft. They are sincere. There is always some people that you prefer and you do not prefer, right? But to me, Ukraine reflects the origin that I was born in. I was surrounded by them. Currently, I meet Ukrainians everywhere. They're
Yeah, a
moving
lot
to
of
Dubai.
Ukrainians now in Dubai.
A lot of. I'm a Jewish Ukrainian. Yeah, so I'm never, although I've never been to Israel, but currently I'm surrounded a lot by Ukrainian Jewish and just Ukrainian in Dubai. So I feel like this one, maybe I feel like I'm at home here.
So what's the difference between a successful business and a failing business?
Good question. I will just say how I see it, right? From my own perspective. As I'm in real estate, I can see a lot of successful companies. And the companies, they just entered the market, they stay there for like 1, 2, 3 years, and they exit. So the difference that I saw is a long-term vision. It has to be the vision for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. What are you going to do with this business? How do you want it to grow? The business, successful business, is not only about making money. It's about what are you giving to the market that no one else is able to give. It has to be the level of service, or it has to be different services. What do you want to build with this in the future? How advanced do you want it to be?
Have you ever thought of starting your own real estate agency?
I thought of it, but I wouldn't do it.
Why?
I wouldn't do it because why? I think it's my own choice. I would start a different type of business. It won't be real estate because working in my company, for example, I work in Provident. They're giving me a lot of opportunities on the market. They have their part of responsibility. I have my part of responsibility. So, for example, there is a legal work, there is the services they're providing for the Golden Visa, there is the company that is being opened by the different department of our company. I don't have to take care of this, but I get a benefit out of it because I can trust them with my client. I can pass them my client and it will be all taken care of. Instead, I imagine if I were doing it by myself, it would have been completely differently. I would have more hustle. Now I can focus on my own clients, on making them satisfied, on finding solutions for them. And I have a support from my company because I enjoy working with the people that I'm in the company. You got it? So it's just the decision that I made for myself. Although I know that there is a lot of agents now, they're entering the market, they're pretending and trying to prove to the market that they're quite professional, starting their own companies. Maybe they will succeed, maybe they will not succeed. But the one thing that defines successful business is the long-term vision. It's just a long-term vision.
So what's your worst real estate experience with a client or general experience?
Worst?
Yeah. Of course you've had some, yeah?
I wouldn't say like a worst. I would say it was I think it was just when I just started. When I just started real estate, it was quite tough. I remember after I moved to Moscow. So I moved to Moscow, and Moscow has completely different services, completely different system, like a legal work that has to be done for the purchase. The market in Russia, it's not that automated and advanced that in Dubai. It's less regulated. So you have to have lawyers there, you have a notary services, which are not automated as well.
Is it like paper, not like more electronic?
Oh, it's a paper. It's just a paper.
Okay.
Never sign electronically. Like people are hustling there truly. There's minus 10 degrees. People are going to the notary signing,
Are the
standing in
papers
line.
freezing?
They're
Can the paper
physically.
freeze?
Exactly. Fees?
Freeze. Like you get a paper and it freezes from the cold.
Oh, no, never
It's not that
happens.
cold.
No, it's not that cold. I'm just saying that it takes longer to receive some papers. It takes longer to finalize a deal. And
It's easier in Dubai.
much easier. Much easier.
Why?
You can purchase the property in 10 minutes.
Really?
Where else you can do it? Yeah, everything is very, very advanced right here. For example, if you want to purchase the property from the developer, the first thing you have to do is just submit an LOI, sign a reservation form, and make a down payment of like 14%. It can be done in one day. Sign the form is like 10 minutes. So you are obtaining the property in 10 minutes after you made a decision. There is just the only one market in the world like this. I think it's just in Dubai.
So how can someone purchase a property using crypto?
So usually the brokerage company accepts the crypto on its wallet and provides the money to check on behalf of the client. That's how it works. The client just signs the reservation form and all the forms needed for the purchase. It's quite easy to do. Usually to receive a manager check, it takes 1-2 days maximum.
So what makes a good real estate broker and a bad real estate broker? Like how do I determine as a client that I will get a good real estate broker?
First of all, the right real estate broker will not just describe the project, it will show and explain to you all the market with the data and the evidence that will be given by the broker from Dubai Land Department data, let's say, right? It has to be property monitor that is reflecting all the numbers, and you can show it to your client. And based on it, the client will make a decision on the purchase of the property. So everything has to be backed up with some information. For example, if there is an art, yeah, I can describe you about the art, what this picture is like, yeah. But I cannot tell you by describing the beauty of the art, the potential of investment in it. So I have to give you some sort of information. There will be an evidence for you to make a decision on the purchase of it.
Do you think being a real estate broker is hard or easy?
Depending how you look at it. Yeah, depending how you look at it.
But what do you think?
I think that it takes efforts. It takes effort depending on what type of real estate broker you want to be. How high you want to aim. Definitely it requires a lot of work to do.
Do you think someone can become a billionaire doing real estate broker?
For sure.
Billionaire?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dollars?
Of course. Definitely. How? That's a different podcast.
Okay. Guys, by the way, there's going to be part 2. So write us in the comments what do you want me to ask her, and we'll do it. So stay tuned for this. So do you think being a real estate broker is risky?
Risky?
Yeah.
No. Why?
Have you ever been like a whole year not selling a property? Do you think that might happen with people?
But it's the risk that the person itself put himself in. It all depends on the person whether you will be selling or not.
Okay.
So you always take a risk when you start working in some industry, and you need to understand what it requires from you. If you understand it and you work on it, definitely you avoid the risks. Yes, but you have to make sure that it's something that you want to do. Definitely.
So when you first started real estate, how long did it take you to sell your first ever property?
1 month.
That's easy? Only a month?
I'm a hustler.
Do you think people can go like 6 months without selling a property?
I think
they aren't that good?
I think that if the person doesn't want to sell, he will not sell. If the person wants to sell, the person will sell.
Have you ever done like sales calls and these stuff?
Yeah, I did.
Do people like shout and then they close on you? Or
sometimes it happened to me. Yes.
Do you get like annoyed?
A little bit. Yeah.
But have you ever
you have to be resistant to it. You can't take things personally. You have to take things professionally, but not personally. That's the most important.
So how long have you been doing, like you still do sales call now?
I don't.
But you've done it for how long?
Couple of months. Yeah, but being a real estate broker requires for the real estate broker to define what works for you. For some people works the WhatsApp messages. Some people work with the only like cold calling. Some people work with a network. I'm more into networking.
I think that's also my thing, you know.
Yeah, networking is the most important. You can call as much as you want, and it will work for you if you believe in this. Because when you talk to the person has to feel the connection with you. Cold calling doesn't work for me. For me, meeting people, that's something.
But how
that
do you
works.
get their numbers? Because I never have this idea. I never know how do they get the numbers.
The numbers of who?
People that you call.
I never asked this question better.
A VI?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because I never know. Like I always like ask myself, like how do they get it? I'm like they're magical. Like I got calls, for example, I got calls for like a T-shirt brand.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got it from Dubai Muscle Show. I wrote my number and email, and then they called me. I'm like, then I didn't answer. But then when I answered, I got a WhatsApp message.
Yeah.
Hey, we're a sales brand, clothes, wanna buy these stuff? And then
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Hey guys, by the way, shout out to Ndosu John. He's a world record squat holder for someone who doesn't know. He has his own merch. I don't know if when this is uploaded, you can be able to buy it, but I suggest you go, Ndosu John, his Instagram. You'll have very good fun there. And this was today's podcast episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Do you have any last messages?
Thank you so much, guys, for your time. I wish to see you soon.
I hope you guys are having a good day. See you soon. Bye.